Hello, my name is Jacqueline Shank, and I am the Vice President of the Board of Directors of the Morlock Foundation. This presentation you are watching is an opportunity for us to tell you about who we are, how we may be able to help you, and how you can get involved to help others. The Morlock Foundation is a nonprofit started in 2003 by Carmelita Morlock Zandi. The inspiration for the organization came about when the founder's newborn son had many health problems and a lack of help from insurance companies. Her experiences left Carmelita with the belief that she could help other families dealing with the same kinds of problems. The mission of the Morlock Foundation is to improve the quality of life for families in our community through resources, support, love, hope, education, respect, and respite. The statement does not even begin to explain the variety of ways we offer to help through our organization. The 6 programs that we offer are Save the Family, Food Pantry, Angel Food, Never Adopted, Community Awareness and Preparedness, and Community Education. Our Save the Family program assists those overwhelmed with stress, disease, disability, and other ongoing medical issues. A few examples of the services we provide for these families include counseling, negotiating with insurance companies, and finding other ways to get needed medications. The Evangel Food Pantry provides food for families living in towns of Amherst, Williamsville, and Clarence, New York. It is open twice a month to those who qualify and also provides emergency bags of food to anyone in urgent need. The Morlock Foundation is proud to partner with Angel Food Ministries to provide the community with quality food at a low price. This program offers anyone the chance to purchase a box of food that will feed a family of 4 for a week or a senior or student for a month. Never Adopted is a new program that seeks to pair those aging out of foster care with a lifetime mentor. Since many of these young adults have no support system, our goal is to help them succeed by placing someone in their life who will love and encourage them. Community Awareness and Preparedness seeks to build up communities by educating them on how to prepare for disasters and to make connections between individuals and other organizations who need help and donations. Our Community Education program seeks to provide training on issues important to the community, as well as offering courses to improve the skills of individuals. With this information in mind, we will now hear from members of the Board of Directors, those who have benefited from these programs, and from our founder to elaborate on our programs.
Hi, I'm Carmelita Zandi, and my son Donovan was born with heart disease. He also has asthma, ADHD, kidney issues, narcolepsy, and more. He wasn't supposed to live past the age of 5, and he's now 20. And his issues have helped us to help others through the Morlock Foundation. 7.5% of children in Western New York have disease. 10.3% of children in Western New York have disability. These percentages mean thousands of kids are in need, and that doesn't even include the adults. Our goal when we started was to help one family. All the rest would be a bonus. Our success started at day 2. 6 years later, we've helped over 400 families, saving them over $7.5 million on medical bills, prescriptions, and equipment. When a family calls for help with their overwhelming issues, we try to make a plan to help them. We can never promise anything, but we try to make a difference. We had a family call with a need for a piece of equipment. After a few phone calls, we had that equipment ready to be delivered to them. We had another call from a family who had medical bills over $20,000. We worked on them and they owed $0. Does this work for everyone? No, but we try. We had a family call us. They were on SSD and they were getting $700 a month. However, their medical insurance did not cover their medications, and their medications were $650 a month. We were able to get them 2 months of free medications, and we laid out an alternative plan to help them cut their costs by $150 a month. And now I'd like to introduce you to Jill to hear more about Fred and what he has gone through.
Unfortunately, Fred couldn't be with us today. We were hoping he was going to be able to share his story. He's someone who came to us when he needed a lung transplant. He's been going back and forth to the Cleveland Clinic, and he just had some cancer removed and then found out that the cancer has come back. So unfortunately, he was not able to be with us today. But I want to introduce you to another family. We're going to talk with Nicole and Amelia Marone. They are clients of the Morlock Foundation, and we're going to learn a little bit more about what brought them to us and how we were able to help. So first, tell us what circumstances led you to come to the Morlock Foundation.
Almost 5 years ago, we had a baby girl, Amelia, and Amelia was born with a very severe congenital heart disease called hypoplastic left heart syndrome. And we were up against very serious medical bills and having to travel to go have open heart surgery done. So that kind of led us to the Morlock Foundation.
How did you find out about the Morlock Foundation?
We actually found out through a mutual friend who called us and recommended we give Carmi a call.
And what did you hope that we could do for you?
Negotiate with the insurance companies and definitely help us out with them. They can be tough to work with, and they did that.
So how did we help your circumstances improve? Was it just through negotiating?
Definitely negotiating. That was very big, very, very big. The insurance companies want us to go where they want us to go for the open heart surgery. We really felt we should go to Cleveland and then Boston, and they really helped us get to where we needed to go. They wrote letters to our doctors to really push things along and encourage, and they really encouraged our family because it was a very difficult time. So much is going on when you're given this information about your child, and then on top of having to travel and medical expenses, they were incredibly helpful.
Well, thank you. And Amelia's how old now?
She's going to be 5 in June. She's doing excellent.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now Jennifer will read Brooke's story.
Telling you my story seems so strange, but I'll tell you how I came to know the Morlock Foundation and what they have done for me. 3 years ago, my daughter Julie was rushed to Buffalo Women and Children's Hospital. She was pregnant with her second child, but she was not due for a couple more months. She had baby Nathan, and he was very sick. They had him hooked up to so many machines, and he was not much bigger than your hand. I was so sad to watch my grandson suffering, and at day 13, he passed away. We could not get the life insurance company to agree to help with the funeral expenses because he was not 14 days old. He only made it to day 13. So, frantic, I called all over the place trying to find help for my daughter to have a proper funeral for her son. I called the Morlock Foundation, and so hysterical, frustrated, and frantic, I asked for help, expecting nothing, because in so many calls before, there was nothing. No feeling, no compassion, no help. No hope. I started to feel some hope and relief as I kept talking, and the volunteer on the other end, Carmeletta, would continue to try and understand everything that had happened and that I wanted to happen. She stated she could promise nothing, but it was her goal to help me, and she would call me within a couple of hours. Feeling relief and stressed at the same time, I hung up the phone thinking, what is she going to do? And could I wait the 2 hours, or should I keep calling around? My daughter needed help, you know. Should I believe after all the calls I made today that she would do anything? She asked me to wait, so I decided that I would try and do that. 2 hours came and the phone rang. My nerves started up again and I answered the phone. It's all set, is what I heard come out of the other end of the phone. It was so overwhelming that I could not utter a word. Instead, I broke down and cried. The foundation had worked with the funeral home, Erie County, and a donor to cover all the costs for my grandson to have a funeral. And to top it all off, the day of the funeral, Carmeletta came to the funeral home to assist with any needs and to ensure that everything was all set. That next week, I started volunteering, and I have not left there since. Carmeletta then was helping me as I was diagnosed with cancer and in need of a double lung transplant. Last year, they took me off the donor list because I was too bad to receive new lungs. I was no longer a good candidate. Last month, I started having severe chest pains and breathing problems, and Carmeletta took me to the hospital and sat with me there for 5 hours and then did it again a couple days later. I've been told I have 3 to 6 months to live, and I'm totally overwhelmed, but I can tell you that I know I would not have gotten through all of this without the Morlock Foundation, and I am blessed to also call them my friends. While the Morlock Foundation strives to help families throughout Western New York, we are also working to create families for a unique population, those aging out of foster care. Carmeletta will now present information on our newest program, Never Adopted.
Hi. We are also foster parents, and we found that foster children seem to be dropping off when they are out of the system. The county provides the best care they can for them while they're in care, and once they turn 18 or 21, depending on their circumstances, they're left to go out and live life on their own. We felt that that wasn't good enough, and we are starting a program called Never Adopted, and we plan to take this national. Never Adopted has helping foster care face poverty, lack of education, homelessness, suicidal tendencies, and the criminal justice system. There are approximately 30,000 children that age out of foster care every year. These statistics are huge. They end up homeless, they don't complete school, they end up unemployed, they have trouble with getting health care, and the Morlock Foundation believes that youth that age out of foster care have a better chance of a smooth transition into adulthood if we provide them with a parent mentor to assist them through their adult life. Our goal is to make lifelong relationships, make lifelong bonds, have lifelong education, have lifelong love, provide lifelong safety, provide unconditional bonds that cannot be separated by others, breaking through the abuse cycle and breaking through the depression cycle. And Jennifer is going to tell us Melissa's story.
Melissa was always a responsible person, acting as an adult, although she herself was still a child. She cared for her younger brothers and sisters, and she barely knew her father. She was entirely responsible for herself from age 7 because, as with so many foster children, Melissa's mom was addicted to crack. In her neighborhood, it seemed that everyone was buying and selling crack. For several years, Melissa used the family's public assistance and earnings from selling stolen items to feed and clothe her younger siblings. But when Melissa started skipping school to change diapers and to cook and clean, her absences were reported to Child Protective Services by her school. Child Protective Services took custody of the children, ages 5 months to 15 years, which Melissa was 15. Once she was in foster care, Melissa often felt suicidal and blamed herself for all the children being taken into custody and separated. She couldn't see her brothers and sisters, as the family was separated and kept moving from place to place. She felt alone. Some of her foster parents were kind and supportive, but more often they were not. Although Melissa's determination to helped her graduate from high school, she had no one to call when she had questions and quit a steady job for one that turned out to be a scam. As a result, she was then evicted from her apartment for non-payment. Melissa moved around the city, staying with various friends no more than a few months at a time to ensure that she was in control, and borrowed money to eat or didn't eat at all. She spiraled into depression because she had no one to call to help her get back on track, and then she became an alcoholic. Already burdened by their childhood experiences of abuse, neglect, or abandonment, young people leave the foster care system with few of the independence skills necessary to live productively in the world. They are not equipped to find and retain gainful employment. Many have untreated physical and mental health needs and have no health insurance. Most have no housing options. Some have no legal immigration status, and none have had the benefit of a parental role model needed to provide the guidance necessary to negotiate the trials of living on one's own. If young adults receive much-needed parent mentor assistance, they begin to recoup the losses they have sustained. These practical tools are essential to all young people embarking on the journey towards independence. With these, they will be better prepared to face the demands of society. And now, Jacqueline Schenk will talk about the food pantry program. Evangel Food Pantry is located at 1800 Maple Road in Williamsville. It helps cover individuals in Williamsville and Clarence who meet income guidelines. We serve over 500 individuals a month and over 5,000 pounds of food. And now, Jill's going to tell us about Angel Food.
Angel Food Ministries is a national program that is based out of Georgia, and its mission is to provide quality, low-cost groceries to everyone. There are no qualifications, no income restrictions, or applications. The motto is, if you eat, you qualify. Each month's menu is different and includes fresh, frozen, and packaged food. One box of food will feed a family of 4 for a week, or a senior or student for a month. The food is all the same high quality you'd buy in the grocery store, so there's no secondhand items or damaged goods, nothing's out of date, there's no day-old breads or produce that is almost too ripe. Orders are taken throughout the month, with food being ready for pickup on the 3rd Saturday of the month. We accept cash, checks, credit, debit, and food stamps as payment. The Morlock Foundation became a host site for Angel Food about 2 years ago. This means we place the orders taken throughout the month with the Angel Food headquarters, and then make sure the food gets back to the ones who ordered it. While our main pickup area is at the Buffalo Christian Center, we also have several satellite locations throughout the city. These locations are at the YMCA, or the House of Mercy, which is at 585 Main Street in Buffalo, Evangel Assembly of God in Eastern Hills Wesleyan, which is in Williamsville, Christian Fellowship on Niagara Falls Boulevard in Amherst, Fellowship World at 1420 Main Street in Buffalo, and the Busy Little Bees Daycare in Clinton, Elma area. Angel Food is a great program because it benefits so many people, even those you may not even think of. When my husband and I first moved to Buffalo, we were having problems making ends meet. Even though he was a lawyer and making pretty good money, the school loans were just almost more than we could pay. Angel Food was a huge blessing to us because it allowed us to eat food better than we could have bought in the grocery store for a lower price and still be able to pay all our bills. And now Jackie is going to talk to us about community awareness and preparedness and community education.
Our community preparedness program. Due to the issues of the October storm, Western New York found out that they were not prepared for a disaster of any kind. The Morlock Foundation is working in the Community Preparedness Project to build up communities and educate them on disaster and how to prepare for it. The Morlock Foundation has started this project in Northern Erie County and plans to expand throughout Western New York. Our Community Awareness Program, the Morlock Foundation is proud to work with community projects in Western New York with other nonprofits in the business community to make a difference. Our goal, or our program between 2009 and 2013 for Seneca Elementary School in Salamanca, New York, they have needs of physical fitness equipment, office supplies such as paper, notebooks, pens, pencils, crayons, paint, elementary books, and other items. And you can make donations through the Morlock Foundation office. Our community education program that we have, as I mentioned earlier, provides training and courses that you can register for online, and the websites are right up here on the board. And you can check those out and register for courses right online. And now we're going to go back to Jill, and she's going to tell you how to contact us.
On behalf of the Morlock Foundation Board of Directors and staff, we want to thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. We stand ready to help families throughout Western New York in a variety of ways, but we need your help to do this. We survive through fundraising, donations, and the support of our dedicated and hardworking volunteers. If you'd like to work with us, we have opportunities ranging from once or twice a month with Angel Food in our food pantry to weekly projects in our main office. Contact the Volunteer Center for more information. Donations are always welcome as well, donations of food, clothing, and other supplies. And any money that we raise from our fundraisers goes right back directly into helping families. Finally, if you need our help, we're here for you. In times of stress, disease, or hunger, we can help lighten your load. Please contact us and we'll help you in any way that we're able. Again, thank you for your time, and we hope to see you soon.